This is the EV car charger that I'm going to install. I'm going to install this EV car charger, and first of all, I'm going to reduce its current draw to 32 amps because the circuit that I'm going to use is limited to 32 amps. Let's see how to do that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 screws on its back side. So the screws have been opened, and this I think is that seat. So this is that dip switch, and I'm going to move the arrow to 1. If you turn the arrow on the dip switch to 1, the hardware limit on the current will be 32 amps. This is what I have done. After doing that, I'll just close it back up. So for wall mounting, this metallic plate will be installed on the wall, and to access that, they have provided this Allen key, and I'll open this screw with that. So this is the location of the charger, and I'm going to install the holster. Here again, I have located the stud, and I have made holes. This is the center hole, which is also going into a stud. This one also goes in the stud. There is drywall behind this one, so I will not use this. So only these two. This should be enough for the holster. So I have installed the mounting plate with 1 and 2 screws, and as you can see, it is pretty sturdy. Now I will be installing the charger on. This is the holster. It also has a mounting plate. This mounting plate I will remove from this after removing this screw, and the mounting plate will come here. So this is where the holster will come. This is the provided Allen key for removing this screw. You can see it. Remove the mounting plate, and the mounting plate will come here. I will install it now. So the mounting plate for the EV charger has been installed. Now all I need to do is install the charger on the mounting plate. This is done. And the 2 theft-proof screws, one here, one here. Now those will be installed so that it is secure. These are the 2 screws. One will go on the button, right, and one will go on this side. Let's tighten it. So the screws have been tightened, and the charger is mounted. I'll show you. These are the 2 screws. One is this, and the other one is this. So the charger is now mounted properly. This is the wire which is coming from the charger, which will be connected through this junction box to these wires. And now the second thing which I have to do is connect the holster here. So I've already made the screws for the holster based on this template. This is this is how it is supposed to be. So this part is done.
This junction box for bringing the cables from the breaker panel to the garage where the EV charger was going to be installed was done by an electrician, because this was beyond my scope of capabilities. So that's why I asked him. This was a distance of around maybe 30 feet. The wire which the electrician used was aluminum. I would have preferred to use copper, but at the time I did not know the difference between the two. So because of this, there were some additional steps which I had to do during the installation. And what were those additional steps? I had to replace this junction box with a bigger one, because the connectors which I was going to use for connecting the wire coming from the house, which was aluminum wire 8 AWG, to the wire which was coming from the charger, which was 6 AWG copper, they had to be connected using the Polaris connectors, which are shown later in the video.
And this here. This will come off. This goes through. Cut this to make it a little bit shorter because the wires are not coming in. So I have cut its length by around 1/2 inch. This I think should be enough. So let's try this. If this is one important thing that you have to remember is that if you have aluminum wires, then you need to tighten this to 45 pound-inch and then wait for maybe a minute and then tighten it again, because aluminum has a way of shifting. So the recommended practice is that you should tighten it at least once or twice. There are 3 ports in here, so that means 3 wires can be connected. Why am I using this? For my project of installing the EV charger, the existing wiring that I have laid from the breaker panel is aluminum, but the wire which is coming from the EV charger is copper. Aluminum wire is 8 AWG and the copper wire is 6 AWG. So both of these can be connected to this one to be code compliant. This is not cheap. Just this one connector is $30. So the way to use this is you remove these caps, and this gives you access to a hex screw which is 1/8 inch in size. And the way it works is you will insert the wire, whichever wire you have, for example in this case 8 AWG aluminum wire, in here, and then you will tighten this. For tightening this, the important thing is you need to use a torque screwdriver set at 45 inch-pound, because if the torque is not correct, the connection might be loose and that would cause heating and may cause fire or arcing. So that's why it is very important to make sure that this is properly. Pull this, start rotating it, and as you can see, this white line will be moving. So when you reach 45 here, this should be 0. Here. So now it is set at 45. And if you want to set it at, for example, 46, then you will bring it to 1. But if you want to set it to 44, you will bring it to 9. So we are going at 45, so we press it this. This is now set at 45. And how we are going to do this? This is that 1/8 inch drive. And we remove these caps and insert this in there. Now it is in. If you just try to hold it with your hand and then do 45 pound-inch, at least I cannot do this, and this is what I have looked up also. So to do this, you will need something like this and this one, if I am able to do this. Yes, Yes. So I have connected all the wires and this is what it looks like. So this is the ground, and for connecting the ground as per the code, this is the green screw. Since this grounding wire is very thick, it cannot be wound on this. So I have used this lug, which is copper and aluminum safe, and this is then connected to this Polaris connector, which has this wire, which is going to the screw. This is the green ground, which is coming from the EV charger, and this is the ground which is going inside the house to the breaker panel. There were two power wires coming from the EV charger. One is this one connected to the wire coming from the house, and the other wire coming from the house is this one connected to the wire which is going to the EV charger. So this is what it all looks like. Finally, I'll just push it back in a little bit and then put this lid on. This is all temporary till the county inspector comes and checks everything. So this part was pretty difficult because these thick wires are not easy to manipulate, and to tighten them is not also easy, but it can be done. So these three connectors, all three wires connected, grounding connected. The tightening torque for this one is 35 pound-inch, and for all of the screws on these connectors it is 45 pound-inch. That's it. Now the remaining part is on the breaker panel. So this is the breaker panel where I'll be working. As you can see, I have turned off the main supply. So I'll make sure that the entire circuit is de-energized. This is where somewhere around here, depending on how much wire I have available, I'll be installing the breaker.
So this is the 40 amp breaker which is compliant with my panel, and this is the one which I'm going to use, and the torque specifications are written on it.
So I have decided to install the new breaker on these last 2 points, and these are the two wires and this is the breaker. So the breaker says that for the 8 AWG aluminum wire, the torque should be 30 pound-inch. So that is what I'm going to adjust this to, and then I'm going to insert the wires in here and install the breaker. Let's see. This is it. A little bit on this. Like this, and if I insert it in here, yeah, this will make sure adequate antioxidant compound is there. First I'll tighten it just a tiny bit, then install the breaker and then do the remaining tightening. And this is the place. Now I'm going to use the torque screwdriver for the proper torque. This is done. Now the second one. Okay. And now I'll just wait for a minute or so, move these wires a little bit, and then we'll tighten them again. That's the recommended procedure because aluminum shifts when it is tightened. So just wait for a minute. So I've waited for a minute. I'll tighten it again. Done. First one. Second one. Done. This will be installed as a final thing when I'm ready to install the cover. But before that, I have to do a little bit of cleaning in here. Once I'm done with that, I'll show you the end result. So the work has been completed. The breaker has been installed. It has been tightened as per the specs, 30 pound-inch. The breaker lock has been installed. So, and I have cleaned the panel also. Now I'll request the county inspector to come and do the service and the inspection. And once that is done, then I can commission the circuit for the EV charger. So now I will install this, and just to make sure which tabs do I need to remove, I'll just temporarily hang it like this. And here I have to remove the tabs. I just have to make sure I don't remove the wrong ones. It seems it is this one and the other one. Okay, so let's try this. Yes, it is this. And the lower one. Okay. And also done. This is what the final result looks like. As you can see, the main breaker is still off because I've not completed the work. Now what I need to do is, putting a label is also part of the code requirement. I will put the label here, and that should be it. One important thing, whenever you have turned off the main breaker, then before you turn it on, you have to turn all these breakers which are under this. Then you turn it on, and then one by one you start turning on these breakers. So this is also recommended practice. Instead of this, that all of these breakers are on and you turn on the main panel breaker also, that is not recommended. So I will do all of that later on, but for now I think all of this work is completed. I'll put a label here, and so I have put the label also. So this job is complete. This is the Brother label printer which I use. Very easy to use. You just turn it on, and as it shows, I have already printed that. Type whatever you want, press the button of print, and it prints the label from here. That's it. Very simple to use. So the county inspection has been done. Everything has been found to be working okay, and I have turned on the EV charger. So everything is okay. This was the last step. Thanks for watching.